he got a job. And I said to him, I said, look, when you show up, I'm going to tell you 3 secrets that you need to practice, 3 principles. And he said, what's that? They're called the 3 S's. And he said, 3 S's? I said, yeah, SSS, right? Are you ready for them? He said, I guess so. I said, no, I need to know. Are you ready for him? He said, yeah, I'm ready for him. I said, you got to show up. He said, oh yeah, I know that one. You got to show out. He said, okay. I said, are you ready for the last one? He said, I don't know. I said, well, you better be ready. I'm giving it to you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to TYRO Talks. I'm Ron Tijerina, and we have a special guest with us today, Ricky Early, and we are really excited about doing TYRO Talks. It's been a while. We are so grateful to be back on the air, and we hope that what we're about ready to break down and discuss and be transparent about our lives, that it helps you, the listener, understand that you're not alone in the struggle. The struggle is real. We're here to talk about reentering society from maybe from welfare, maybe from just being under government assistance, or even being incarcerated and coming back into society and trying to build a family with the struggles we got to face every day. And we know in today's world right now, with inflation so high, gas prices off the charts, food prices going up, we have to really figure out, how do we cut corners? How do we save money? How do we pay the bills? Right. And then how do we really become successful in the midst of this challenge? Right. Because as we say in the world of TYRO, as long as I have breath, my story is not over. So welcome with me, everybody, Ricky Early. Woo, man. It's good to have you, Ricky. So before we get started, let me ask you this. So where are you from? Just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from. And if you don't mind, tell me your age too. And then we're going to get into some question and answering.
All right. I'm 47, from Portage County, Ohio, the Brimfield, Kent area. And I've pretty much lived here my whole life.
Now, so what major city is that by?
Akron.
Okay, so you're eastern part of Ohio then.
Right.
Okay, awesome. So is that you by the Great Lakes? What are you by Lake? What Great Lake is there? Lake Erie?
Lake Erie is about 40 minutes away.
Okay. You ever do any fishing, any boating?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Steelhead's my thing.
What is it?
Steelhead. Fishing for steelhead trout.
Oh, wow, man. So is that good eating?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's in the fall and the spring.
Awesome. So what Ricky and I are going to discuss, we're going to talk about, like I said earlier, about our life and where we come from and really what Rick is doing today. So for the viewers who have never seen this show, I want to talk to you about a little bit about TYRO. TYRO is a Latin word, which means apprentice, novice, someone learning something new, a warrior. And it was created out of our family's tragedy and my incarceration. But out of that experience, we were able to create a platform of, we're really helping families strengthen, and no matter what struggles we're going through, how to overcome them and still remain not only intact, but thrive, not only survive, but succeed. Right. And so what I want to start off, Ricky, and I don't know if you have it there in front of you, the TYRO Pledge. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and read it. So you remember the TYRO Pledge? Probably don't remember. You probably haven't seen it for a minute, but I'm going to do it here. TYRO Pledge. I am a TYRO. I am a person of honor, integrity, and promise. I pursue all righteousness. I love my family. I will not put my family in harm's way. There is nothing that will keep me from doing the right thing. I am an ambassador of hope and a person of discipline. I am a person worth following. I am a TYRO. That's what it means, man. So I got to get you a new copy of that. I know it's been a while since you've been home.
It's been a while, but I try to live by all of that.
Tell me about your journey, where you come from, where you're at, and where you want to go. So let's just start. So tell us a little bit about the background of Ricky Early, your background a little bit.
I grew up average, got through high school, and it wasn't until I was probably 18 or 19 when I just ran into the wrong person. And my life just went totally left field after that. I started running with outlaw biker clubs and just doing everything the wrong way. And that's pretty much my life from my 20s on up to 38 when I was sitting in a federal prison cell.
So where did you become a TYRO at?
That Richland
Correctional Institution, and that's located in Mansfield, Ohio, right?
Right. Yeah, that was 2016.
2016.
Right before I was released from prison.
Okay. Awesome. So you spent time in the federal penitentiary and state penitentiary.
Right. I mean, I've been through a lot. I was a homicide suspect back in 1993, and I had nothing to do with it, but because I had a reputation, I was a suspect. They came to me. I was convicted of armed bank robbery. I wasn't a very nice guy, but I started, things inside of me started changing, I think, when I started my federal prison term. And at that point in my life, I hated God. I just didn't even want anything to do with God at all. I hated God. So it wasn't until I was released from the federal system and something happened to me while I was released, because I was only out for 3 months and I got this state case. And that's where things really started changing in my heart and in my mind. And I decided to sign up for the TYRO program. And I had tried to do it before, but for whatever reason, I wasn't able to do it when I was at Belmont. But when I got to Richland, I was able to get into the program. And there was a seed planted and it grew. So here I am today.
Well, we're glad to have you home. We're glad to have you out. I know even being out, it's still a struggle because of the world that we live in, So let me ask you this. So are you mentioned God. Are you still mad at God?
No, me and God, we came to terms.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So are you married? Do you have kids?
Yeah, I'm matter of fact, my 1-year anniversary is coming up.
Wow. Congratulations.
On the 26th of this month. So this is my new wife. We've been together for 4 years, ever since I got out of prison. Hooked up with her probably a few months after I got out. And she's an awesome person.
What's her name?
Stacy. And
right.
She goes to church with me, and we do we try to live humble, but it's tough, man. It's tough with the label that I got. No one wants to give you a chance, and I got to try to overcome that and stop. My wife says I need to stop having a pity party and just get out there and find it, because it's out there somewhere.
That's a strong word too. I mean, we all have to, when we're going through the struggle, it's hard not to feel sorry for ourselves, right? It's hard not to,
right.
when nobody will, every door is slammed in our face, every door is slammed. When you got a felony on you and you're trying to reinvent yourself and people don't want to take you at your word, look, I've changed. It does become discouraging. So let me ask you this. How are you dealing with being discouraged and not allowing depression to overtake you?
I pray, man. That's all I can do. My pastor, he said, pray. He said, God will eventually, it might not be in my time, but God will take care of me.
Okay.
I'm not hurting for anything. I live in a tiny apartment, but I'm warm, I'm clothed, I'm fed. I just need to be humble, I think.
Well, I hear you. I hear you say that. I remember a guy one time came to visit me, and he was telling me about how he felt he had this thing of poverty upon him, right? And he was, because he just couldn't seem to make ends meet, and he just felt so embarrassed, ashamed, because he was so poor in his thinking, right? This is what he was telling me, that he just had this poverty. I said, so tell me, it's a visit. I said, what did you drive to come and see me? What are you driving now? And at that time, he was driving a brand new cargo van, right? Brand new that year. I'm like, so how did you get that van? Because I said, you're telling me you're living in poverty, but as poor as I've been, this is what I told him. I know what it means to be poor. I know what a mustard sandwich is, right? You know what a mustard sandwich is, Ricky?
Yeah, that's a wish sandwich.
That's one of those wish sandwiches, right? So he said to me, "What's that?" I said, "So you don't know what a ketchup sandwich is?" He said, "No, what is that?" I said, "Oh, wait a minute. You never had a TV where you had to use the pliers to change the channel. Is that what you're telling me?" He said, "No, I never had one of those." I said, "So you're telling me you never had to open up the coat wire or the coat hanger to create the wire for the antenna of the TV?" You know what I'm talking about, Ricky?
Yeah.
And so, no, he said, "No, I never had that." I said, "Dude, I've been poor, but I've never been in poverty. I've never had to eat out of a trash can. I've never had to squander for food." I said, "But if you keep calling this dude named poverty, he's going to show up, and then you will experience poverty. Your problem is you don't know how to manage your money."
Exactly. And that's part of my problem, I think.
Well, maybe so. I think a lot of us, when we get out of prison, we get excited. We got, Walmart is, I think that's a place where it can really set people up for failure. Walmart.
Yeah. Especially if you paycheck there.
Especially what?
If you cash your paycheck there.
Oh my goodness, I bet.
Me and my wife had a ritual because we both worked at the same place, DHL over in Streetsboro.
Mm-hmm.
We're making about $1,000 a week each, and we would cash our checks at Walmart and then do our shopping. Yeah,
man, that's almost like if I remember I worked at a place at Campbell Soup in Napoleon, Ohio. I worked third shift, so we get paid early in the morning, Saturday morning. We'd go to the bar right down the road from the factory, cash our check. That's almost like going to the bar, cash your check and drinking. But Walmart, you're buying your goods, but you walk out of that Walmart with no money.
Yeah, I never worked a real job while I was out doing dirt, running with the clubs. This is my first time at living like a normal person.
Well, congratulations.
I have a real job. I've never had a real job. I always hustled. I was
and I appreciate you saying that, because now you're at a place in adulthood where you're buying your own toilet paper.
Right.
Right. Because there was a time in prison, we took that for granted, right?
Yeah. And if it was my grandmother sending me $50 or $60 religiously every month, I would have been in bad shape. At least, I still had her. Some guys.
Yeah, some guys don't have anything, and they try to hustle in there and get caught up and always stay with that same mentality.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So you're working full time now, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So you're working the 40-hour week. So the respect and honor, because I hear it in your voice, when you say, "You know what, I got a real job now. You're paying your bills." So tell me the sense of honor it brings you now that you're no longer a liability. You're an asset to the community.
Right. I was just released from probation 2 months ago.
Oh, congratulations.
I have about 4 months left on parole, and then I'm done. So yeah, I'm a success story as far as probation and parole goes,
Absolutely.
A lot of guys don't make it.
Absolutely. Well, we're proud of you. We are proud of you.
It's still tough though, because for a while there, with the job situation, I I was so low back in December because I lost my job right before Christmas, as you know, because you already know the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I was down. I was at my lowest point, I think, and I almost snapped. I was actually thinking about doing criminal things because I didn't know what I was going to do. Feeling sorry, but I'm glad that I turned to my church instead and embraced my wife and God, and I made it through.
Yeah, you know, your darkest hour, that's the test. And that's where the enemy will come, the mind battle that we have, because we're believing we're less than, and we're not living up to what it means to be the breadwinner, the man of honor. We're not living up to that character that we want to portray, that person where people can be taken, where people can take us at our word, right? And then when we feel less than that, then that little boy, right, that wants to throw a temper tantrum. That little boy who wants to, oh yeah, well, I'm going to take it. Or, you know, that attitude of where if you're not going to help me, then I'm just going to take it. But you checked it, and I'm proud of you. You didn't resort to what you used to do when you weren't focused. Finding your purpose should not be rocket science. Why is it in life when we get excited about something, when something comes our way and we know that this is our purpose, we know this is the reason why we were put here on earth, we allow life and the circumstances thereof to snatch our joy, to steal our dreams? Why is it that we allow those things to just suffocate our growth?
Because we make it so complicated. You need a program that shows you the process, that lays it out in front of you so that you know exactly when you're on track to unleash your fullest potential.
Because the word is, if you're faithful in the little things, you will be faithful in the big things.
In this program, we're going to teach you the process to actually reach your dreams. Some of you don't even know what your dreams are, so we're going to help you unlock that and unleash that. And then we're going to give you the process to step through all of the challenges, overcome every single obstacle in order to reach and achieve those dreams.
Part of the process of you becoming a new person for you is understanding what it means to be a TYRO, right? You're going to start reciting a pledge that is going to become your new mantra for your life, called the TYRO Pledge. And I promise you, this would change the way you think about you.
We're going to teach you the difference between a value statement and an observation. We're going to give you the formula on how to be successful investing your time and energy. We're going to walk you through the process of developing a mission statement.
This is not going to be easy. This is not a cakewalk. But if you're ready to live up to your greatest potential, to take on every challenge that's in front of you and conquer them, then you're ready to be a TYRO.
You must know you are not on this path alone. As you go through this course, you're going to be going through this course with people all across the world. There are TYROs worldwide that are waiting to welcome you into this community, to become a person worth following and join the network that is transforming their lives and their communities.
The greatest honor of completing TYRO is to earn the TYRO pen. Many people from across the world, from all walks of life, have earned the TYRO pen by completing the 12 workshops that are in this program. But just because you signed up, and maybe you showed up for one or two of them, doesn't give you the right to earn the TYRO pen. You must complete this entire program to be pinned a TYRO.
This pinning is an outward symbol of something that's happened on the inside. Because throughout the TYRO process, you are going to be awakened to your purpose and your dreams. Your heartbeat begins to resurrect and beat again for the passion of being a leader in your home, your community, and your workplace.
If your dreams don't scare you, then you are not dreaming big enough. Sign up for this program if you're ready to be pushed to your greatest potential. Sign up for this program if you're ready to live the next level of life. You have what it takes. Everything that you need is right inside you. We're here to help you pull it out, your greatest potential. Quit running from yourself. Become the man or the woman that you were called to be here today, right now. So let me ask you this. I heard you put a process in. You said when you were at your lowest point, you turned to your church, you turned to God, you turned to your wife. So when you made that decision, what what was going on in your mind? How did you come to that? You told yourself, I can either go this way or that way, but you had to make that decision. Tell me about your thinking process.
Well, I just kept going over and over in my mind, like, why am I even having these thoughts? Because I know where that life led me before. So that's when I just decided, I would pray and put it in God's hands.
And you waited.
Yeah.
So how did you find the new job? How did that come about?
Actually, they found me on Indeed, and I went in with the interview and everything, and I'm working. It's a second chance company, so they're not really looking too bad back into your background, but I do a good job there, and I'm getting along pretty good. So
that's good, man. You're showing up. So I got a person that I work with, and he had lost a job that he would work in there 3 years, ex-felon. And he got in, he's really extroverted, want everybody to like him. And, just that type of guy. Right. Well, not, you're at a factory, there's really, you got to be careful because the loyalty there is on whole different levels. It's not really, just show up to work and just go home. It's a factory. Right.
Right.
So, well, he got into it with somebody. He wound up getting fired. So about a week later, he got another job. And so so the advice I gave him, I said, listen, man, when you go to work, because he's almost 60 years old, right? To get a job at the age of almost 60, man, that says something, right? So he got a job. And I said to him, I said, look, when you show up, I'm going to tell you 3 secrets that you need to practice, 3 principles. And he said, what's that? They're called the 3 S's. And he said, 3 S's? I said, yeah, SSS, right? Are you ready for them? He said, I guess so. I said, no, I didn't know. Are you ready for him? He said, yeah, I'm ready for him. I said, you got to show up. He said, oh, yeah, I know that one. You got to show out. He said, okay. I said, are you ready for the last one? He said, I don't know. I said, well, you better be ready. I'm giving it to you. I said, what's the first 2? Show up, show out. And the last one is shut up.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you do at work.
Mind your own business.
There it is. Mind your own business. Show up, show out, and shut up. And they'll love that about you.
Yep. And anybody starting a new job, you should not be calling off at all in the first 90 days, period. Because they really look at that. Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially if you got a number, you got to outdo everybody there. And don't get involved with that he said, she said stuff over there. Just do your job and turn your paperwork in, mind your business. There it is, man. And one of the secrets, I'm going to tell you this. Here's a secret that if you already know this, Rick, is when you're at this job site, here's how you get promoted, right? This is one of those things, you can see yourself as a foreman. How do I become a foreman? One of the things you can do is, because a lot of people, they're not conscious like you are. It doesn't make you better than them, but they've been there a long time. They never walked your walk. Excuse me. So learn everybody else's job while you're mastering yours, right? And when somebody's working a job, you got time where you can say, hey, man, and they want to take a break, go give them that break, relieve them of that job and learn what they're doing. So when somebody does call in sick and they need somebody who already knows how to do that job, guess who they're going to call? Right. They're calling you. I actually had a job like that where I was a fill-in. But when they call in sick, but you got to learn them all. So when they look for a foreman, we need somebody to lead this team here that knows how all this works. Well, you know what? Ricky's always filling in for everybody. He knows at least 3 or 4 of these units here, these jobs. He knows how to do this and that and this and that. Let's give him a shot. Let's see if he can run this department. That's how you get promoted. You learn the department. You learn everything you can. You become a sponge, right? Because your job, Rick, and this is what we tell people with people with felonies, that when they get a job, you have to see yourself every day as a contractor. So if you're on the contractor on the streets, right, and you got a contract to build a house, and you want another contract, how do you get another contract? By doing a good job.
By doing a good job. So
Mouth.
What's that?
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. So if you have that attitude every day you go to work, I'm a contractor, right? They're going to call you back. But so after the 90 days, what happens is people, I'm off probation. I can go ahead and slow it down. I can relax a little bit. Slack off. But we tell everybody no. So now I'm going to ask you a question. I don't know if you know the answer to this, Rick, but if you do, all awesome. If not, you're going to know it today. How long are you in probation for?
The probation period?
How long are you in probation?
At my job?
In life?
In life? Always.
Forever.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Because in life, if we have the attitude, because you know how we stay on our P's and Q's, we're on parole probation.
Yeah.
Right? We stay alert. We're focused because we want to get off that paper. But now, if you have that attitude every day in life, how long are you on probation for? For life.
Just live like I go to work and I do my job like as if I was working for God himself.
Oh, there you go. That's even better. There you go. That's even better.
You can't go wrong.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So you got an anniversary coming up, you and your wife.
Yep.
Right. So what's your plans?
Don't have any yet, but I'm sure I'll come up with something.
Well, you got to come up with something. 1 year anniversary. You've been with her. This is the 4 years now, or this is going to make 5 years?
This will be 5 years. But we went ahead and, made it official a year ago.
Yeah, made it official. So you're a married man now, and any kids in the family?
Both of our kids are grown. We have kids with different women. I have, my ex-wife. And,
Yep. So you guys are empty nesters.
Right.
Ooh, okay. So it's just you and her. Well, there's so I don't, you say you're by Akron, I don't know what activities are out there, but I'm sure you'll find something to do to celebrate, to really commemorate the struggle that you guys have gone through, but you live to tell about it. The victories that you and her are having, you and Stacy, right? Stacy?
Right.
You guys are doing this. And I want to encourage you to celebrate every moment you have with her, right? Cathy and I served 15 years in prison, but Cathy and I have been married it'll be 36 years this year.
Nice.
36 years, man.
That's awesome, man.
And I tell you, thank you. And has it been easy? Of course not. Is the struggle real? Every day it's real, but we're focused. We're dreamers. We're visionaries like you. You know there's a better tomorrow, and you're willing to put your hands to the plow and get the job done.
Yeah. Just keep pushing forward. Yep.
So let me ask you this. If you can remember anything from taking TYRO, what year did you take TYRO? You said 2016. Yeah. So it's been a while. And so if you can remember anything that impacted you who was your facilitator? You remember his name?
I can't remember his name.
Black guy, white guy?
Black, skinny.
Was he an inmate?
Not at the time.
Not at the time? Okay, so he was on the streets. So was it Taurus?
Taurus. No, Taurus. I know Taurus, but it wasn't him.
All right. Skinny, huh? Oh man, was it Gary Smith?
I think he's from Mansfield.
Yeah, that's Taurus. He's from Mansfield.
But it wasn't.
Short guy.
Yeah, kind of short.
Yeah. What's his name? Alvin.
Might have been.
Yeah, I bet it was Alvin. Yeah, they just told me in the studio, Alvin. Yeah, so yeah, Alvin's doing well. He now lives in Columbus. He's got a new career. He's doing really, really, really well. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's awesome. So we're still in Richland Correctional. We now have inmates who now teach TYRO.
Really?
In Richmond. Yep. It's a whole new world, man. So that's one place we want to bring you back when you're totally off parole and get you permission to get back in to share your story of like today, what it means to be a TYRO. So if there's anything that you can remember from taking TYRO, if it's anything that stands out, what is it?
Just that you always have someone rooting for you. And just like with that situation, I called you. I didn't even know you. And it was awesome, man, that you had my back.
Well, I appreciate that. Because you and I, this is the first time I think we've seen face to face ever. Yeah. So am I 6 feet like you thought in your mind I was? I'm only 5'4". Everybody tells me, I thought you were taller.
Yeah. I like that chair. That's kind of looking comfortable, man.
Well, you know what? They got me a game chair. We got this back right here. Can you read that sign back there?
Yeah. Yep.
Success is never a one-man show. Yeah. So that's awesome.
I'm your coach, Tremaine Hall. We're looking forward to getting you to the next level in where you want to be in fitness. Our whole method is to make you mentally tough and also physically strong. We're going to start with dynamic warm-up, lower core, upper body, and also full body blast. Get ready to take your fitness to the next level. TYRO Fit and Stenos.
So I'm so grateful that we are having this time to talk. Would you mind? I'm going to say, man, you got an instrument there, man. Can you grab that? Let me hear a couple chords. Come on, man. You always got to be ready to play. You're a musician.
Man,
you got an original?
I haven't touched the guitar in 20 years. I just bought this guitar probably a week ago.
Wow, Epiphone.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome, man. Awesome. It sounds good, man. It looks good too. Nice Epiphone.
Thank you.
Nice Epiphone guitar. So if you were to, for the viewers, the people that are going to be listening and watching this conversation, what would you say to somebody right now to help inspire and motivate them to not give up?
Just, man, this will pass. Whatever it is that you're going through, it will pass. And it gets better. You just gotta buckle down and keep moving forward. Never look back. Never look.
You know, that word right there, it will pass. And when you're in the midst of the fire, when you're in the midst of the hurt, when you're in the midst of the pain and suffering that maybe we caused, and watching everybody be affected or infected by our bad choices in life. And then all of a sudden we start to sober up and get cleaned up, and we realize the hell that we created for the people around us that love us the most. And then realizing it will pass. But the work it's taking you to get to the place of where you are focused, you are sober, you are clean, and now you're able to empower and inspire others. That's what this is about. And that word you just dropped, it will pass. That's a hard one for people to hear, right? When they're in the midst of it.
Yeah, it is. It's tough.
Because we have to tell ourselves that every day. Okay, this is just an event in my life, not a lifestyle.
Exactly. Just can't let that when you're feeling hopeless. And it's all about choices. You gotta, instead of turning to your old ways, you gotta turn to your new people. And it's a struggle.
Well, I appreciate that. Turn to your new people. That means you had to literally remove yourself from not only a place of where you were thinking, but from a whole culture.
I I removed myself from everything that had to do with that lifestyle. Oh, I just, that's it. I'm done with that life.
Yeah. You still got a motorcycle?
No, not right now.
Not right now. Are you going to get one?
Eventually.
Eventually. I'm thinking about it. I'd like to get me a Spider.
I like those. Those are nice.
I got to get a permit first.
You like that three-wheeler? The two-wheel?
Yeah.
2 wheels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like the idea of that bike because that all the technology that's in it helps it keep it on the ground when you go to turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't come up.
I've never rode one, but I like the way they look.
They look good. I mean, you got to have a motorcycle license.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to get my back too. Hey, this is the first time in 20 years that I've had a legal driver's license.
Man, that's wow. Congratulations. That's right. That's right.
I've had it for 2 years now.
Wow. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah. It's awesome.
To be legit.
Yeah. My wife had a policeman told her the other day, because I forgot about the sticker on the back of the car that it was expired. So she just, hey, your sticker's expired. So I got the evil eye when my wife got home.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of responsibility having a license, isn't there?
So I had to go take care of that. And
yeah. But look at that. You had the money to take care of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember in my lame days, I had expired tags and I didn't buy, you know what? I'll do it later. I knew they were expired. I was like 19 years old.
It wasn't a priority.
Yeah. But now it's a priority.
Yeah.
It's always to be able to stand a shakedown.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
I can get a shakedown at any time because I'm still on parole.
But how long are you on probation for?
I was on probation for 2 years. And
but how long are you on probation for now?
No, I'm on parole now. I'm only 4 more months.
How long are you on probation for?
Oh, for life.
There it is. Remember, you think like that, you will always be successful.
Yeah.
I'm on probation for life, man. That means no matter what comes at you, man, you say, nope. You can get rid of that garbage, man. When the enemy tries to take you out, nope.
Lord's always watching. So.
Yep. All right, man. This has been a great interview, Ricky. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign us off. But if there's one more word that you got for people, if there's something you want to just say, that right now is the time.
Man, just love everybody, love each other and respect your neighbors. That's it. Treat people want to be treated.
The golden rule.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. Well, we're proud of you, Ricky. Hey, we've been having a great time talking to Ricky early here on TYRO Talks. Remember, TYRO is a Latin word. It means apprentice, novice, someone learning something new, a warrior. Now, one more thing I need from you. And then I'm going to give you some action steps. And for the people that are listening, I want to give you some action steps. So, Ricky, I need to hear a warrior cry. One thing being a TYRO warrior, we used to holler at, we could holler at a football game for the teams we celebrate, baseball, basketball, even our kids and everything around us. But what's your warrior cry? Can I hear something? Give me a warrior cry. Ready? I'm going to count to 3. I'm going to give you mine. Give me yours. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we do here at TYRO. We got a warrior cry, and we're fighting for our legacy. We're fighting for our families because that's what it means. We know what it means to be down and out. We know what it means to be incarcerated mentally and physically and emotionally and spiritually. But guess what? We are free. We are free. We are free. Right? So, Ricky, one more thing, an action step. What I like, I want to tell the viewers, right? Here's a goal, right? One thing that helps me stay focused is I write in my journal. I try to do this every day, right? At least 3 things that I'm grateful for, right? Right. And then eventually I want to have, I get 40. So the 40 grateful things that I'm grateful for, the 40 G's is what we call them. So Ricky and the viewers out there, what I'd like to see you guys do, start today, just write down on a piece of paper 3 things that you're grateful for and see if you can do that every day for the next 40 days, right? Now you're going to have more than 40 by the end of 40, but the idea is to keep yourself in check, be appreciative, walk in attitude of gratitude.
A different one every day.
3 different ones every day, right? And then you might repeat them again. It's okay to repeat, right? But eventually you want to have 40 of them. And they'll actually, as you do this, from number 1 to number 40, they'll change in priorities. You'll see that. You'll be more grateful for something like, of course, we're grateful for our freedom. You know, that's still number 1, man. I'm grateful for my freedom. I never want to take that for granted. I
was just thinking that earlier today, like, because I had to go do my laundry and I was standing out there in the morning. Sky is like 6:30 in the morning and the fresh air. And I was thinking, how nice is it to be free?
Oh, man, that's never take that for granted, right?
Never.
So the secret, gosh, man, I'm going to give you one more thing before we close out. One of the things we teach in TYRO is if you can remember the feeling, Ricky, when you walked out of prison, the very last time you walked out of prison, and remember the emotions they hit you, everything they hit you. And if you can remember that every day of exactly how you felt when you heard the gate close for the last time behind you, and you remember this every day, you will never go back. Because it's the moment people start to forget that experience they had when they walked out and they start falling back asleep, that they start to regress and they'll go back to doing something that's going to get them back in there so they can remember again. Oh, remember what this felt like? You forgot. That's why you woke up back in penitentiary. So always remember that feeling. All right. Ricky, thank you so much for joining me today on TYRO Talks. Until next time, everybody, we're going to end out one more time with the TYRO Pledge. I'll read it, and we're going to give it to the other. We'll make sure that all the viewers or the people that we're interviewing have it also. So I'm sorry you don't have it in front of you, Ricky, but here it is. TYRO Pledge. I am a TYRO. I am a person of honor, integrity, and promise. I pursue all righteousness. I love my family. I will not put my family in harm's way. There is nothing that will keep me from doing the right thing. I am an ambassador of hope and a person of discipline. I am a person worth following. I am a TYRO. What are you, Ricky?
A TYRO. Woo.
A TYRO. Woo! All right, Ricky, thank you so much. Be safe. God bless you, everybody. Thanks for joining us today on TYRO Talks. Until next time, always remember, we are rooting for you.